Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Super Sunday here at the DTM Trophy. We're at Monza for qualifying number 2 of the DTM Trophy. Should prove to be a very, very exciting day indeed, especially after Ben Green winning yesterday, William Tregurtha in second and Moritz Lerner in third. Well, now we've got Moritz Lerner and Tregurtha who've just done their first races within the championship. We've got a bit more experience, so they're going to be very much faster today, that's for sure. As you can see, there are some fans starting to gather around this very famed circuit, as we do have a little glimpse here at Parabolica and the old banking here at the Italian circuit, just outside of Milan. What a beautiful place to be. And it does look a little bit overcast here today, ladies and gentlemen, which I've checked the weather forecast. There is a potential for a sprinkling of rain. So yes, it could be absolutely anything today. Anything could go down. First of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And also congratulations to Kelvin van der Linde, because on his birthday, he has got pole position for the DTM race number 2 of the season. And not only that, he has got his brother in 3rd position. So the Sheldon versus Kelvin battle of the brothers is legitimately going to happen, which is something I'm very excited about. And what a Father's Day is for their dad today. Crazy, crazy times. But anyway, to the DTM Trophy we go. All of the cars then lining up here in the pits, getting their last checks before we have 20 minutes of frantic action. We had about 4 million changes of pole position yesterday in qualifying number 1, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get about 4.5 million today. It was absolutely nuts. Good times indeed. Right, well, we're almost ready to kick off. There's Simeone Riccitelli, the hometown hero. Could we potentially see an Italian on the podium today? Was very quick in the race yesterday, didn't have the best of qualifying though, so if he can qualify a little bit better, maybe we will see it. And it looks like we might see the Pro Sport Racing team today. Still no word as to why we didn't see all 3 cars yesterday. But as you see, there's the number 1 on the side of that Aston Martin. That's Tim Heinemann, the current champion. Here we go, we've got some funky graphics today as well. Monza, 5.793 kilometers long. 3 sectors. It is a slipstream paradise. Fastest lap was actually Tregurtha, who did that yesterday, at 59.60, which was in the race. Right now, the air temperature is only 25 degrees. Track temperature 30 degrees, which actually, for this time in the morning, is very, very warm indeed. But you can see a little heat haze there in the background. And yeah, it is very, very muggy here in Italy, that is for sure. Doors there being swung left and right. And this is where every other driver on the grid is envious of the Expos, because the Expos, they do indeed have the whole roof open for them at this stage of the day. Mattiasen then, it's good to see him here in the other Aston Martin, the sister car of Tim Heinemann. How are we all doing then, ladies and gentlemen, in the YouTube chat? I can see there's 450 people this early in the morning waiting for some trophy action. This is only qualifying as well. Who are you supporting? Where are you watching from around the world? Get yourselves involved. I've just seen there, Mr. Lanis, 82 here, supporting David Sherban, the Romanian, the sole Romanian in the championship. Good to see some support there as well. So let me know who indeed you are supporting today. There's everybody's favourite Belgian, Nico Verdonk, in the number 90, in the Supra. And it'd be nice to see the Supras get a little bit of luck. You can see Reinhard Koffler then in the number 24 Expo. Look at the Expos though, they've got the whole sort of roof up. And I'll tell you what, that is an unbelievable position to be in here today at Monza. It looks amazing, not sure I'd want to be up there. But not all heroes wear capes, especially auto heroes. See what I did there? You see what I did there? Incredible stuff. Qualifying is about to start, 45 seconds to go. Oh, Super Sunday in DTM, beautiful times. There is our current champion. Missed out on any points yesterday, just didn't race. So today needs to be a big day. Rune supporting Verdonk, nice. Big up Adam Christo. Yeah, he didn't race yesterday, but hopefully he's racing today. So we've got Croatia, nice. Christy Croatia is supporting Sherban as well. Toki code from Germany. We've got Swiss as well. First time watching DTM live. Nice one. This is DTM Trophy. So this is like the junior DTM series, effectively. Luca Burke supporting William Tregurtha. Oh, Luca Kiefer, you are greedy. You got 2 people to support. Hope your drivers do well today. Here we go then. We're about to kick off 20 minutes of qualifying action. And now it is time for them to get their lap times in. It's the final opportunity to indeed start higher up the grid. Be interested to see how the Pro Sport Racing team do. It's good to see them in and on the grid for a start. Infinite TK. It is, I know, crazy, but it is. There's all of the tires there. Lots of scrub sets. They only have a certain amount of tires they can use though, so yeah, race 2s are always interesting, especially with the potential of punctures today. We had 3 yesterday. Maybe there might be some more on the offering today. We obviously don't want to see that, but it seems like the rear left is under a lot of strain around Monza in these cars, and indeed with the other support series as well. Matt Stierks wants Stahlschmidt for pole. Nice. Maybe. It is wide open here, I would say. Absolutely wide open. As you can see, half the grid are out and half the grid are waiting. It's just the way, the nature of the beast. It's just the way they do it. 20 minutes just seems a bit too long for some people. You just got to be wary, because if you get a red flag, you've then got to do all that preparation once again. So it kind of works out if it's a clean session. But if it doesn't, then you're kind of in a little bit of trouble. There's Salonen then, the Finn. I'd been given in my information about these drivers that he was Swedish all weekend, but I was just sure. I overrode the decision myself, because I could just tell that Salonen was a Finnish name. And here we go then. First time laps are about to come in. Normally it takes about 2 laps for them to get their tires up to a decent temperature. That's just kind of bog standard for these cars. It's just the way it is. As we've got George Viban, who was, for me, my driver of the day yesterday. He started right at the back of the order, and he managed to get himself up into a top 10. So he managed to get 1 point for the championship. So yeah, very interested to see how well he does today. Now he's, again, a lot of these drivers have only had their first ever experience with a car yesterday in terms of in a qualifying session and a race session. So you're going to see drivers improve very, very quickly. You're going to see a lot of the drivers that have been in the championship for, you know, like all of last season and this season, they're going to start to stagnate because they've had their honeymoon period, they've had their development and growth period, but the new drivers haven't. So you're going to see them really, really improve week in, week out. So I don't think we're going to see a real representative in this championship of everybody's true pace until about round 3, maybe. Well, not round 3, I guess rounds 5 and 6, because there's 2 rounds every single week. So interesting. So we've got Haida Motorsport being supported. Here's our CV Performance Group being supported as well. Rune, that's how I would explain it, but it's not like that. Again, I don't want to put words, I don't want to say anything that isn't what the DTM want it to be billed as, but for an easy understanding, that's how I would explain it, yes. So Viban then, the German, the first driver, and it doesn't look like he's swaying left and right. He is just absolutely going for it as it stands, and he will be one of our first times posted. As you can see, the #1 car then of Tim Heinemann. Can he put his car up the sharp end of the grid today? Around Parabolica, and it will be the first time. 15 minutes still to go. If anybody does indeed have any questions, you can tweet me at AcTrollVision as well. So at AcTrollVision. And that will be the first time. It's not come up quite on the timing sheet as of yet. And there it is, a 2:01.93. And actually, it was Chandler Hull that's got the first time in, by the looks of things. There's the number 33 then. It was a DNF yesterday for Lucas Maron. We know how fast he can be. Again, he was the form driver in the end of last season. He's not started off on great form this season, unfortunately for him. But it is Chandler Hull and has put a pretty good banker time, to be fair. He's going to be about 4 seconds off the pace, but normally they're about 6 or 7 for a banker time, so maybe that bodes well. Maybe, just maybe, it bodes well. Who knows? As we've got Mattiasen then in the sister Audi car. Aston Martin car. Number 17 there is Sophie Hoffman in the Audi. Number 18 there, David Sherban. There's a few Sherban fans in the chat today on YouTube. I've seen that. Good to see you all supporting your favourite drivers. And it didn't go too well yesterday for Stefan Cox, who we're on board with right now. It was a DNF, but it looks like they've got the car fixed and sorted here for day 2 here at Monza. Theo Uberhaus then is the 3rd driver to get a time, and again, not really representative of the times. So again, all of them coming across the line. This is just going to be like a slow boil. So imagine you're boiling your vegetables at home, and you want to make them nice and soft for a nice Sunday roast, right? They start off really hard, and you just got to turn the water temperature up or the hob temperature up, and they just start to boil. And then by the end, you just see bubbles everywhere. It goes crazy, and you've got to turn the hob down. This is what qualifying is like in a DTM. It's slow burner. First 10 minutes, yeah, just chilling. And then the last 10 minutes is just absolutely crazy. And we are actually heading towards that last 10 minutes now. Chandler Hull has improved, 2 minutes, 0.65. Looks like we've had a time deleted as well. But again, these are not representative times as of yet. Won't be long. It will not be long. Still plenty of time to go. 12 minutes, 40-odd seconds to go. Across the line we go. And Mattiasen then has gone into P2 as it stands. Hoffman is in P3. Sherban moves up into P3 now. Track temperature is quite low this morning as well, so that's going to affect the times. So yesterday we saw a 57. Whether we're going to see a 57 again this morning or not, I am not that sure. Theo Uberhaus then is put in the first under the 2-minute mark as a 59. So a 59 there for Uberhaus, as we see very much liberties being taken on the track limits, and that'll be why that time was removed. A little bit of overtaking in qualifying. Pretty sure he's not being flashed through. If you get it, you get it. Chandler Hull in behind the Expo. May get a little bit of a tow down towards turn number 1. We know that BMW is an absolute rocket once it gets going, and we know the Expo is going to be very good through the corners. Goes through the corners like a warm knife through butter. Chandler Hull then. Does improve, but it's not by a lot. Laura Krahamer is up into P3 then, 0.8 of a second off of the pace. Viban is in P4. As we get a cheeky little replay here of a lot of curbage being used. And you're going to see people take more and more liberties with the track today. You're going to see people driving like it's the final race of the season, because they've got a few weeks now before the next round. And they don't have to worry about a race being tomorrow, whereas yesterday they had to worry about a race being tomorrow. Down the back straight there, down towards Parabolica we come. As again, we were on board there with Viban. Nico Verdonk, again, everyone's favourite Belgian. There's always a Belgian. Can he potentially throw one up there? It's actually Viban goes second. Lucas Maron was momentarily on pole position, but he's now just been overturned there by Uberhaus. which has been overturned by Theo Uverhaus. So 59.0, again, we're still around about 1.8 seconds off of what we saw yesterday in qualification. Down in towards then turn number 1 we go. His, well, hometown hero, Riccatelli, has put himself up into the front row momentarily. Michael Schreinow up into 3rd position, 0.3 of a second off of pole position. Lucas Mauron then, who was momentarily on pole, he's about 3.5 tenths off of what would be pole position. So we are starting to see the times tumble here with 9 minutes to go. Plenty of time. So across the line then for Tregurtha, and does he post a time worth noting here? Doesn't look like it. Tregurtha is P15, so considering he was in P2 yesterday. Lucas Mauron then has started to find a little bit of form here at 58.4. Ben Green now up to 2nd. Yesterday's race winner is now up to 2nd position, and now the BMWs are really starting to fire here. Lucas Mauron, he took this route yesterday via a left rear puncture. Today, it was just by missing his braking point, which he'll be pretty thankful for, but at the moment, he is 3 tenths clear. Nice. Through Parabolica, then we do come. And can Nico Verdonk move up higher from P8? Again, around about 9 tenths of a second off of that pole position. Across the line he will come. So he does find some time. Oh, it's good enough for pole. So everyone's favourite Belgian is now the first driver into the 58s. Well, no, there was Lucas Mauron as well. Actually, there's a few drivers into the 58s, to be fair. But it is Verdonk then that does take the spoils thus far. Michael Schraden is in 2nd, and I think we're going to go down to the 57s here pretty comprehensively, aren't we? Ben Green, and yesterday's winner, is only in P5 as it stands. We're on board with him right now as he comes down the back straight here towards Parabolica. A couple of BMWs in tow. That's Moritz Lerner in behind him as well. So if Ben Green's going fast here, so is Moritz Lerner. Lerner currently 8th position. 7 minutes to go on our clock. And does Ben Green manage to get some improvement here? And across the line we go then, and Ben Green does take provisional pole, ladies and gentlemen. Lerner improves in his time, but look at this then. Tim Heinemann, last season's champion, currently into P3. Didn't race yesterday, but we've got an Aston Martin and up to P3, and actually the top 3 in qualifying as it stands are 3 different cars, which is fantastic to see. The BMWs then are indeed having a proper battle for pole spot. The times are going to get faster. It's only going to get more interesting. Tregurtha then 4 tenths off in P7. So he needs to find a little bit more time. Salonen, though, has found some form today. His teammate has found some really nice form in P8 as it stands. So Ben Green then still pole position. 1.5 tenths clear then of Nico Verdonk. Heinemann is just in behind. But, well, Michael Schray now has split Green and Verdonk. He's put himself up into P2. He started in the top 4 yesterday, and now he's on the front row as it stands. As we are looking on board here then with yesterday's P2 in the race. Will Tregurtha, is he going to be able to improve, though? That is the big question. Top 5 separated by just under 3 tenths of a second. Lucas Mauron showing some great form today as well. And while we've got Tim Heinemann coming across the line, and did he improve? He does. Well, actually, no, it's Tregurtha. Heinemann does improve. Heinemann's second position. Tregurtha's got pole spot. 57.76 then is the time to beat. Moritz Lerner moves up into P4. So here we go. I told you it's a slow burner, guys. But once it gets going, oh, it gets going. So Tregurtha then has moved up to pole position in that AMG. It's Aston Martin in second. And this BMW party that's been here all weekend is being spoiled right now. And it is great to see. So as it stands then, with what, 4 minutes remaining as we come underneath the tunnel then, it is Tregurtha that is in P1. Heinemann P2, Ben Green is in P3, Lerner P4, top three separated by about a 1/10 of a second. Michael Schrader is in P5, Verdonk then in P6, Mauron is in P7. Really good stuff then from our top 7. We then got Jan Zimmer, who is in P8, Salonen is in P9, and then we've got Theo Uverhaus in P10. Only 9/10 then, spreading that top 10. As we're on board with Michael Schray here, he was in second position, what, maybe a minute and a half ago? And actually, it looks like he might be done here. I think he is done here. Oh dear. So he's coming into the pits, and he will not get time to come back out, and indeed, do an out lap and a quick lap. So that is qualifying over there for Michael Schray, and the best he can hope for is that no one improves behind him. But he is done and dusted here. That was number 35 there. That's Chandler Hull we just saw go across the line. We're on board with Lucas Mauron then. In that very funky looking Audi. He was, you know, provisional pole at one point or another. He's half a second off of the pace for pole position here. And can Mauron recapture that form that he had? You see he's trying to get some toe here from Moritz Lerner. I'm wondering if Lerner's done here as well. They've all got one more attempt if they stay out. That's for sure. Are we going to see any changes here, though? That's the question. As across the line we come. Did Heinemann improve on his time? Did he find that extra 1/10 of a second? Doesn't look like he has. Lucas Mauron, then, is the next one across the line, as they all indeed do start their last attempt. Hopefully their fastest attempt. It's their last attempt here. And it's just stagnated a touch here. I wonder if everyone's tyres now starting to get the drop off. So across the line then for Salonen. Does he improve on his P9? Doesn't look like he has. Nope. Sophie Hoffman not able to improve on P21 either. And again, no real improvement at this stage of qualifying. Everyone is on their last attempt at this stage. As Tregurtha, I think, is on a fast one. He's flashing his lights whilst being maybe 3.5 miles behind the cars in front. So he is indeed flashing his lights. He's panicking because he knows he's on a quick one here, I think. Is he going to be fast enough, though, to indeed consolidate pole position? Remember, 3 points for pole, 2 points for second, and 1 point for third. So you get championship points for qualifying in the top 3. So it is huge for your championship, especially when you're Tregurtha and you finished second yesterday. And he's done. So that was not going to be any faster. I wonder if there might have been a mistake here. It looks like I think he was quick, so I wonder if he ran wide somewhere and he'd been told that his lap was going to be deleted anyway. Or maybe he's just made a genuine mistake here. No, there's nothing really there. It just wasn't a fast lap, I would imagine, as he comes into the pits. Some real nice camera shots here. Really nice livery, actually, for the CV Performance Group car. We come down towards Parabolica, and he's like, yeah, do you know what? I'm done. I think I'm going to get pole position here. So I'm pretty sure Tim Heinemann's the only one who can maybe spoil the party. Or has he made a mistake himself here? I think he might have made a mistake himself here. Yeah, he has. So that will be game over for Heinemann as well. So I don't think there's anybody here, maybe apart from Lucas Mauron. No, Mauron's just crossed the line. He's done as well. So it's going to be Tregurtha. Tregurtha, ladies and gentlemen, is going to take pole position here. Heinemann, last season's champion, is going to start in second spot. Ben Green, yesterday's winner, is going to start in third spot. And well, it was indeed Lerner who was the final driver on the podium yesterday. He's going to start in fourth position. Tell you what, we are in for an absolute crackerjack of a race later on today. Top four separated by 0.3 of a second. Whew. Exciting times. The race today will be at 3 p.m. CEST, and it will be at 2 p.m. BST. So make sure that you indeed come back and watch this, or indeed subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn notifications on, because you will be notified when it goes live. If you're watching on DTM.grid right now, bookmark the page. But yeah, the best place to probably watch it on YouTube, because I'm going to get all of you involved in the chat. So while we're waiting for the official classification, who is going to win this race this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen? In the chat on YouTube, type it in. Let's see who you are all thinking is going to win the race. The checker flag does indeed drop here. There doesn't seem to be any movement, and it really did. The last 5 minutes of the session, no one really improved, to be completely honest. It was a bit of a slow one, as there is Michael Schrey's car, the number 2. We'll start from P5, so 1 spot down on where he was yesterday. And here we go. Looks like we're going to get the official results up on our screen now, as we've got a beautiful pan shot here of Parabolica. And a go-kart track there, which I will be at some point in my life going around for sure. Tregurtha then takes pole position and 3 points with a 57.76. We've then got Tim Heinemann with a 57.87 with the 2 points in second. Ben Green then will take third with a 57.9, and the 1 point. Moritz Lerner will take fourth position. So we've got 21 drivers, all qualified and ready to rock and roll. But it's William Tregurtha that takes the spoils. We'll see you later on for the second race of the weekend, the final race of the weekend. It's Super Sunday here for DTM, and I'll catch you later.